Hello everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. So Royale High actually got a new update today, or actually yesterday, I should say. They have released the Falling Leaves Festival map, and we will be going over that today. Let me pull that up really quickly and we can go over the announcements. They're very short. And then I will show you how to actually get to the map, the Falling Leaves Festival map. So stick around. And I will obviously have bookmarks in the description as well as chapters set up on the video if you wanted to learn something specifically and jump to that time. So in our announcement tab, it says October 1st, 2025. Happy sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Happy Royalloween. All new Halloween items in the Mermaid shop. The Falling Leaves Festival will be launched shortly, applying and testing the finishing touches, which they have already implemented, I believe. This is October 2nd is when I'm recording this. So you are able to access the Falling Leaves Festival. New makeup by these creators. And new hair colors by these creators and new design fabrics by these creators. So just a pretty simple little update for October. And to actually get to the Falling Leaves Festival map, you are going to want to go over to your sidebar here and hit Worlds. And this is the Royale world, and here it says the new Falling Leaves Festival. So we will click that, and we shall summon Magical Portal. And now we can teleport to the actual festival. So when you do teleport to the Falling Leaves Festival, you will spawn right in front, at the front gates here. And if you would like, you can claim 10 tickets to play games and rides every 5 minutes. So we will collect our 10 tickets. The max that you can get is 10. So even if you went back, if you didn't spend any and you went back to try and claim more than 10 tickets, you wouldn't be able to. And now that we have claimed our tickets, we can go through. And this is the map. So if you walk over the bridge here, and this is where one of the activities are, the mini games, the Falling Leaves Witch's Flight. Sorry, I don't know why I read that. The Witch's Flight. And this is where you'll be teleported if you decide to do that mini game. And if we continue to walk further, this is kind of like the main hub. And when you do spawn, you will get the Royalloween 2025 badge, and you can claim that. It won't work for me because I already claimed it. And then it says kind of everything. It says Falling Leaves Cleanup, Hypno Haze, Royalloween Costume Contest, Spooky Corn Maze Race, Crystal Ball Fortune Psychic, Dark Fairy Dreamy Nightmare, or Dark Fairy's Dreamy Nightmare. And those are all the activities that you can do, but there's also the Cozy Acorn Counting, Sugar Dough Bakery and Coffee Shop, Falling Leaves Campfire, and the Rollercoaster as well over here too. So if you wanted to actually earn candies, a good way is to come over to this Falling Leaves Cleanup, Clean for Candy, and it costs 6 tickets to actually play this mini game. And we will hit play. And all these orange leaves, you want to go around and collect them. So we can actually, to get the badge, the cleanup badge, we will need to collect 645. And I tried playing this a little bit ago, and I had a pretty difficult time, if I'm not gonna lie. It would get to like the last little bit, and some of them like spawn inside of trees and places that you can't really see, so it really is a little difficult. What I did find to be helpful is that if you lower your graphics quality down, you may be able to see them easier. all the way. And then another way, if you zoomed in all the way to first person, or if you enabled shift lock to get all angles, that way hopefully if one did spawn inside like a lamppost or something, you would be able to pick it up without actually seeing it. So something to keep in mind if you are having issues collecting the leaves. Another little tip I have is if you're not able to find it in one sitting, like for me, if I'm doing this mini game, I'm typically the type that will want to finish it before I continue on to other mini games. But if you find yourself like hour or 2 hours in and you still haven't found them all, taking a break might be helpful. Like play a few of the mini games at the top here and then just walk around with the leaf blower in between. So we have 5 minutes before the next activity. And if you just walk around with it out, you may be able to find some too. Another thing is, so kind of showing you where all the leaves spawn. So they spawn in front of the bakery here. They also spawn in this dining area. Some of them are hidden, and they also spawn over here on this pathway up to the campfire. And they also spawn here in the actual campfire area. The leaves also spawn in front of the roller coaster, as well as below too here sometimes. And in front of the falling leaves sign. They also spawn around this lake area too. I've had some that were like in the water area. They spawn in front of the Divination tent. And in front of the contest stage. In front of the corn maze, sometimes behind the costume stage as well. They will spawn. They spawn in the Hypno Haze area. As well as in between the barn and the maze. They spawn in front of the cleanup area, as well as the main area when you walk in. They spawn also in front of the Acorn counting game area and in between this barn and the coffee shop. They also spawn on top of the roof. So keep in mind, if you seem to have not found a lot, check the barn roof. I didn't know that this was even a spot that they could spawn. So they do also spawn in here a little bit when you walk through, but also they spawn on the bridge that we walked on to get to the main area too. I think that was all of the areas, and I will place a map too if you would think that would help you out a little bit. Like I said, sometimes they do spawn inside of like trees or around rocks or hay. So just going around and putting your leaf blower through the hay might help too. If you do find yourself frustrated with this, don't worry. I also got a little frustrated with this. I still don't have the badge because I ended up giving up because I spent like an hour trying to find all of the leaves. And just know that you're not alone in having issues with finding all of the leaves. So hopefully they maybe update that or something. I'm not too sure if they will, but I don't think I'll ever get that badge. I don't think it's worth all the hassle of going insane trying to find all of the leaves that are not even visible to me. So one thing that is different with the Falling Leaves Festival map versus Campus 4 is that there's no classes on this map. So the classes would be the activities that we do. Right now we have corn maze, which is flight, apple picking, pumpkin patch and the costume contest that we can do for like the classes. And there's other activities that you can do on the map that you can do in between the classes or whenever. There's no specific time that you have to do them, like the Acorn counting game, the baking in the baking area, and you can go on the roller coaster and the Hypno Haze, and the Divination matching card area is also available anytime. Other things that you can do is you can actually order food in the cafe area, or the bakery area, I should say. You can also order food, corn on the cob, cotton candy, and you can get coffee in the coffee shop too. Here's where you can order the corn. So you go up here, it says corn, 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 and you can order their world famous corn for 25 diamonds. All food is 25 diamonds. Got this cute little SFX whenever you eat it. And here is where the cotton candy cart is. You do actually have different cotton candy that you can order, and it's pretty cute. And if you wanted to order in the bakery, you can just walk up to the counter here and you can order anything for 25 diamonds. So let's order a pumpkin spice muffin, and it will be available at the pickup counter shortly. And whoops, you can just grab that, and now we have our muffin. And to order coffee, you will go next door and order some custom coffee. Let's go ahead and order hot pumpkin spice latte. We'll do iced pumpkin spice latte. I love pumpkin. Let me know what your guys' favorite fall flavor is. Mine's definitely pumpkin. But pecan is also good. Or what other ones are for like fall time? Let me know. I will go ahead and show you the activities now. So right next we will be going through the corn maze. All right, so now it says find your way through the corn maze to the winner's portal before time runs out. Use your flashlight and try not to get spooked. So we will go to that. And it gives you a little flashlight, and you kind of have to just go through the maze and find the portal. It is a little difficult if you can't see in the dark. Sometimes you can see the glow of the portal, but there it is. Perfect. And then at the end it says, congratulations, you beat the Falling Leaves Festival's spooky corn maze race. Now let's get you out of here. And you can teleport through this corn maze, and it says win. All right, and that was the corn maze. At the end of each activity, there is still a pop-up, like if you were going to class, and it will tell you what you got and how much candies you won. So now we have 7 minutes until the witch's flight. And since we will have 5 minutes, we can actually collect more tickets. And then I will get some more tickets in 5 minutes. And you see how I had 4, but it didn't go up to 14 because you can only get max 10. And let's go ahead and play this Acorn County game for 1 ticket. It says 1 ticket to play. And sorry, I was counting. So basically you want to count all of the acorns that fall, and there were 14 that fell for me. So I will submit that, and then I won 16 candies from that, and you can continue to play that as many times as you would like, which is a great way to get a lot of candies if you're able to have pretty quick reflexes and count pretty quickly. So that is the Cozy Acorn counting game. Next, I will go ahead and show you the baking activity or mini game. It says show off your baking skills and earn candy. So what you want to do here is go over to the kitchen, go over to the mixing prep station. It says, welcome to the Sugar Dough Baking Kitchen. Purchase your fave recipe kits from the tabs for tickets to start baking. Earn candy for filling up the display for others to eat your treats. You can bake multiple at once too. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's try pumpkin pie. So for pumpkin pie, we need flour, sugar, pumpkin puree, flax seeds, oat butter, ginger, nutmeg, cloves. And then you want to put it on the mixer, grab from mixer and bake in the oven, and then decorate. So here is where all of your spices are. Here's kind of like the dry ingredients. Over here, the mixer's here. And then your fridge actually opens for pumpkin puree, grated carrots, and oat butter. And then you have fruit on top here. So let's go ahead and make this. Sugar, pumpkin puree, oat butter, ginger, nutmeg, cloves. Put it on the mixer, and you just want to click the mixer. And then while that is mixing, cinnamon apple pie will need flour, sugar, apples, oat butter, flaxseed, cinnamon, nutmeg, and then mix it and put it in the oven. So let's do flour, sugar, apples, oat butter, flax seeds, cinnamon, nutmeg, and then put it on the mixer. We will have that mixing while we bake the pie. Perfect. Our pumpkin pie is done, so let's grab that out of the oven. Decoration time. Take this to the frosting station over here. And it has already been decorated, so now we can place it where the pie goes. Right here. And then you get some candies. So I got 40 candies from there. And then we shall put the cinnamon apple pie. So the candies here are how much you will earn for making the recipe. And then the tickets on the left-hand side are how much it costs to make that. And every time you make something, it will cost 2 tickets. So if you bought a recipe, it won't be free the next time, if that makes sense. Hopefully that does. Now it says How to Fly by Whimsy Witch. Listen up, witches. Double jump to fly and follow the candy trail. Think you can out collect me, and you will hit go. And it's kind of like the old school flight class, where you just go around collecting all the candies. And you can collect 50 total. Next, I will show you the Moonlight Divination. It says match each card, and the spirits may lace your palm with candy. So if you walk in here, like a little crystal ball. Sorry, trying to show you. And it says play matching card game for 1 ticks. And it will pop up in your screen here, and you just flip the cards to match the images together. I have horrible memory, so this is very difficult for me. Oh no. Ta-da! And then afterwards, it says, nice job, you won 21 candies, and you can keep playing that to win candies. Next, I will show you is Hypno Haze. It says, warning, motion sickness, fear of heights, and emetophobia. Not too sure what that is, but if you have motion sickness, I would suggest skipping this part and going to the next part. I'm guessing this is the fear of throwing up, maybe. All right, and then you can ride this for 2 tickets. And we can go in first person. Oh, whoa. We're just hanging out. There we go. Whoa. Does make you a little bit dizzy. All done. And that is the Hypno Haze. Did you guys get motion sickness? Let me know in the comments. Next, I'm going to be showing you the roller coaster. I believe it is called Dark Fairy's Dreamy Nightmare. I do apologize if that is incorrect. It says, warning, contains depictions of flashing lights, spiders, and spooky imagery. So if you have any issues with that, you can skip to the next timestamp in the video. So all you have to do is go through, and when you do come up here, it says ride for 4 tickets. We shall click yes, or click the ride, and it gives you a little countdown. We can go in first person. That maybe helps a little bit for immersion. Keep all arms, legs, heels, and wings and tails inside the cart at all times. I think that's what it said. Not that very fast of a reader. And it goes through Royale High and a graveyard. Sorry, my cursor is in the way. Don't know if that's distracting or not. And we go underwater. Oh! Jump for the crocodile or alligator. Whichever one will see me after a while is the crocodile. Now we go backward. Whoa, look at all those eyes following us. We got some spiders. Whoa. Look at all those bats. Jump if you dare to join the element of darkness. Whoa. And now we are back. And we can exit out this way. So that was the Dark Fairy's Dreamy Nightmare roller coaster ride. All right, and now it says pick as many apples as you can off the trees in 60 seconds for some yummy cider and candy. So we will go to that. And if you do have the custom flight pass, you're able to actually use it in this mini game, which is pretty helpful, I think. That way you can just kind of fly into the apples and collect them that way. They may change some things. I don't know if this is like something that they're going to be constantly working on and updating or changing. But as for right now, you're able to use your Game Pass with this. I thought I played this before and I thought you had to click all of them, so just having to fly into them is super handy. I think. Maybe I'm hurting myself here, but a lot easier for me, I think. And having to stop and click and all that. And then you got some candies. And next we have the Pumpkin Patch Harvest. And you also got some apple cider in your inventory that you can drink. Now it says, search the pumpkin fields for the biggest pumpkin you can find. Bring it to scale under the tent before the time runs out, and we will go there. And now you want to find the biggest pumpkin. Let's see, what is the biggest pumpkin that we can find? The biggest pumpkin. Let's pick this guy over here. Whoa! Huge. Oh, we might have the same kind. And we want to click on the scale here. It says lock in pumpkin. Oh, just a little bit bigger. Oh, that one's huge too. Wow. Oh, nice. And we got some candy from that too. Next is the costume contest. It says paint your claws and fix your fangs before the costume contest starts soon, where you can show off your frightfully fabulous fits for candy. And we will go to that later. Another thing I forgot to mention is in this world, you don't get diamonds or candy for interacting with the world. So in Campus 4, if you were to roast a marshmallow, you would get diamonds for making a s'more. But in this world, you do not. If you do have like a diary quest, you are still able to do the quests. So like if it has hairbrushing or something like that, you're able to still do that. But interacting with the world, you don't get candy or diamonds for. Just a little heads up, keep that in mind. Now it says how to work. Show off your beautiful look on the stage and share 3 black roses with the spookiest styles you adore. So we will go to that. And here is where we actually vote. So this is like the fashion show for everybody. And you can just click on somebody and give a rose to them. You have 3 of them, just like the fashion show in the regular campus. And after the time is up, there will be the winners at the end here. Perfect. And you get some roses. Woohoo! And then you also get candies. Oh, we all had two. And that is all of the activities for the Falling Leaves Festival. One thing I did forget to show you guys is that in the pond area, if you actually swim down, there is a mermaid area equipped with a bed and some beautiful like coral and is vegetation the right word? I don't think so, but sure. And at night it actually glows in a orange hue, which is so cute. I think it's so beautiful. And you're actually able to enjoy being a mermaid on this map as well if you would like. Another thing I forgot to mention to you guys is that we do have a new UI. New updated wand for Royalloween. It's got this cute little bat wings and it's just so cute and it fits the theme so well. And then I don't know if I mentioned it last video, but we do have the updated UI too that shows the candies. And it's kind of like purpley themed, and the font for your name is in like a creepy Halloween type font. Very cute. Let me know what you guys think of the Falling Leaves Festival in the comments below. I think it's so cute and it lets us get into the spooky season that is coming up really soon here. So I think it's really cute and I love the map. The map was the same as last year's if you weren't able to play that last year. I'm pretty sure it's the same. I could be wrong. They may have changed some things, but a lot of it looks familiar to me. And then, like I mentioned before, they may change some things about this festival. So as of right now, what I've noted on and talked about is how it is currently, and I will try to let you guys know if they do change anything in the future. This map is great if you are trying to grind candies, and it's a great map to play to get into the spirit. If you're trying to grind diamonds, I definitely would not recommend, because I don't think you earn diamonds for anything on this map actually. So I would definitely recommend Campus 4 if you're trying to grind diamonds for shop items, but if you're trying to grind candies, definitely play this map. And you're able to easily get candies. I already have 2,000, and just like last video I only had like 300, so it's great. And my only thing that I would like to see changed, I mean, obviously they probably won't, but because a lot of people are still able to get the badge without changing anything currently, but if they were making the leaves a little easier to find for the cleanup badge, I think that would be great. It's just, it takes forever to find them, and you know, if they made it to where the leaves either sparkled or they weren't like spawning inside of objects, I think that would help a lot tremendously for a lot of people who are struggling to find the amount of leaves. But yeah, that's really my only comment on this Falling Leaves Festival. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are. I hope you take care of yourself and look after yourself, and I shall see you in the next video. Okay, take care. Bye bye.